Sports coverage of the NFL. Currently, the Patriots in control of the football as we resume action in quarter number 2. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On 2nd and very short, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Now Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin in Orchard Park, an AFC East matchup between Miami and Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Chris Carson with 2 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that game all tied up as they host the visiting Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3, and they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parks, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 88 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him out.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet, and it's scooped up by the Jets. 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Gordon. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Melvin Gordon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Blankenship out for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. New England's offense set to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parks. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 113 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Parks. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Something to watch here in week one of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parks, and he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And he fires one, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
So here's Wilson and the Jets.
Down 24-14. Just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson.
Pass caught by Crowder.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Wilson finding Crowder there. 1st down, New York.
He's got Gordon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Patriots, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Tua now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 55 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defense has had better focus on.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This to Hines on the drop-off. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Throw left side, complete. That's Burton. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
This defense for the Patriots, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Now Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on first. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
This defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
On On second down, it's Parks. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back near his goal line, here's Tua. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4.
Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Tua going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 30.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Throwing on 1st down, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Jones now throwing on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A very solid gain of 27. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Tua throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got long. His tight end complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. This one into the hands of Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Javonte Williams, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners in that.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. On first down, Parks, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll run on first down. It's Parks. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parks. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It's caught by Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parks, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Space to run past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
We can't have that.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Parks. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, right back to Hines. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got Burton here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on second and long. Tua, he's letting this one go for Fuller. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parks. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. New England on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And Folk's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Tua and the Dolphins down by 11. A minute 56 to go. Here's Tua. That throw complete to his tight end Long.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. Now Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Tua. He finds his man complete. It's Burton. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Tua to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fuller. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Tagovailoa. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And it's second down. Tua to throw again. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New England, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take.